Is like, where's your standards at? What are you impressed by? How much, like, you know, how much do you have to do to get the girl's attention? Is it a lot? Is it a little bit? Like, and then, you know, that's the other thing too, is like, I feel like a guy, there's a couple ways you can interpret it. Like, if a woman is falling for you because you bought her flowers, there's gonna be two ways that you would approach that. Either, wow, she's easily impressed and she's cheap, I didn't have to do much here. Or there's gonna be the other side that's like, you know, going back to this side, it's like, oh, she's cheap, that didn't take much, I'm not interested. And then there's the other side where people might look at it like, oh, she's really appreciative, I like that. Like, she doesn't, you know, she's appreciative for the small things. Like, she likes the flowers, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's not asking for a lot here. And that goes back to, like, relationships. Which one are you? Do you want the girl that costs more and has, like, a quote-unquote higher standard? Or you want the girl that's super appreciative for something small like that, like roses, or for something small like that, like roses or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. She just has a higher, you know, she wants a little bit more. Impress her, take her to a nicer dinner, whatever. And there's nothing wrong with a girl being happy with the drugstore roses. That doesn't mean she's cheap. It just means she's appreciative. Someone who can appreciate you for who you are and not what you can give them. But okay, but there's, like, that can only go so far though. Like, when, like, yeah, of course you want someone to appreciate you as a person, but, like, there has to be a little bit of give and a little bit of take. You know? Like, I'm not saying, yeah, like, date a girl because she wants your money. But, like, at the same time, relationships are about giving to each other. Like, that's the whole point, is like, I'm giving you something that you know, and you're giving me something. That's going to extend beyond your personality, you know that? Good morning, Keith. Like, I mean, you could say the same thing for a guy. Oh, I want a woman, or, you know, women could say the same thing. I want a man that's gonna like me for who I am and not what I can give him. Well, at the end of the day, everybody wants something. Hi, Jimmy. At the end of the day, everybody wants something. For women, it might be one thing. For guys, it might be another. A lot of guys get into relationships just for sex. Jimmy, yeah, after my stream. You know, a lot of guys are just with a girl for sex, for arm candy, you know. Jimmy, in a little bit. An escort even. Like, they want the girl that makes them look good just because of how she looks. They don't give a fuck about her. They just care that they got the pretty woman on their arm. They're flexing or whatever to their guys. Look at me, I won in life. I got the hot supermodel trophy wife. Okay, but do you like her? So it goes both ways. It goes both ways. And people are in those types of relationships. The hot, pretty trophy wife is only with the guy for the money, and he's only with her for the looks. They don't like each other. Thank you, Niels. So I'm just saying shit like that. Like, I tend to go for older guys. Like, I really don't see myself dating anybody younger than me. Like, I really don't. Yeah, there's man players. Also, age doesn't stop people from being a player. I mean, there's people in their 50s, 60s. I mean, look at Adam Lambert, right? I think that's his name. This dude was married. He's married to a supermodel, a fucking Victoria's Secret supermodel, and he cheated on her. So age, you know, and I think he's in his 50s. So age just doesn't define morals, values, standards, discipline. Discipline is like the biggest. Discipline and respect are the two biggest relationship qualities that are the most important. If you don't have respect and you don't have discipline, you don't got a relationship. Yeah, girls can be players too. Define real men. Again, this looks different for everybody, but you know, a real man is someone that's loyal, respectful, disciplined. They want to treat you right. They treat their family right. I didn't say that those are less important. I just said me, personally, communication, love, and honesty are less important. To me, if you have discipline and you have respect, that's going to include communication, love, and honesty. So, discipline and respect encompass everything. Okay? So, but yeah, you know, to me that's a real man. But like, look at how a man treats his mom. And I'm not talking about like if your mom abused you and shit, like that's different. But look how a man treats his mother. If he has sisters, how does he treat his friends? How does he treat the waitress when she brings the food, or the food is late even? Are they screaming at the waitress? It goes beyond what they're doing for you, but really at them as a man. Like, what overall, how are they treating people? Not just you. Quite scary when people are gentle. It's special. Should be normal though. Yeah, that's another thing. Is like if you're fucking super guarded and like you're not vulnerable, then you obviously got some shit you need to work through. Because you can't accept a good man and you cannot accept a good woman that actually has all these qualities unless you are ready to receive it. If you're traumatized and you got all this shit going on in your life, then you're not even gonna know how to handle it. You know, when you get it, you're gonna question everything. You're gonna question her. And I've been there, guys. Like I've been in that relationship where, you know, I questioned everything. Hi, Ninja. I questioned everything. And it was all innocent, you know? Like this person was genuinely just being innocent. I would question everything. And I mean that was, I had to work through all that. Thankfully now I feel like I don't really have any trauma surrounding relationships anymore. Like I know what I want. I know how to receive it. I know how to take it. I know how to nurture it. But yeah, I mean, like when you say define a real man, it's not just how he's treating you. How is he treating everybody? You know? How are you treating everybody? How are you treating your boss? How are you treating your mother? How are you treating your grandparents? How are you treating your friends? How are you treating yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? You know? Are you disciplined? You're not distracted by the hot woman that may have walked by, you know? You're not making, you know, your girlfriend feel like she's in competition with other women. You're not, you know, are you making it known that this is your woman? Or are you hiding her? That's a lot. Yeah. But then at the same time, guys, not to, I don't like putting genders to things. You cannot be, I want my dream man, I want the man, I want this, I want the guy with the money, I want blah blah blah, and you're fucking texting 20,000 different guys. You're going to the bar every night. You're going to the club on the weekends. You're dressed in a certain way. You're acting a certain way. You're posting a certain way on social media. And then you're like, but I want the man. I'm the prize. You're not. You're not. You don't respect yourself. And just because like the person that you're meant to be with might not be in your life right now, they will still, social media is forever. Like, they will still see these things, you know? So it's like, everybody wants the hot woman or everybody wants the hot guy, but nobody wants to make themselves the person that those people would want. Nobody wants to work on themselves to be, like, that's the problem with society today too. It's like everybody just instant gratification. They just swipe on a dating app, boom, I want this one, let's go on a date. Okay, cool. But it's not that simple. I'm too opinionated and picky, I'm high maintenance. I am high maintenance. If you want less, go find less. That's the other thing. Like, if people think I'm too much, go find less. Doesn't bother me. If I'm too much personality, too opinionated, to whatever, go find someone else that's not, okay? That's the wonderful thing about dating, is you're not forced to be with anybody. You can pick who you want to be with. You can leave. Yeah, boundaries is important too. Yeah, exactly, Jimmy. Being upset that someone else has opinions. Nobody's upset people have opinions. Who's upset?